In this tutorial, we'll talk about trading partners and especially about using the SOAP protocol as a transport method for EDI messages. Let's take a look at our trading partner screen in our HIPAA Suite product. Here is the screen. I selected Acme Insurance. We have our name and address. Here we select File Exchange Method, and in this case, we use SOAP. SOAP version 1.2. At this point, this trading partner is for testing only, and the type of this trading partner is a payer. In this tab, we have the EDI identifiers. This is information that flows into the EDI file. The receiver ID will be Acme Insurance, as well as GSO3 or GSO2. If they send a file, it is Acme Insurance, and so on for 272, 276, and 278 transactions. We also have a loop that requires information that is stored here, the NM1 loop, and we have payer as the entity ID. Acme Insurance is the source name. The payer ID qualifier in this case is Acme. All these things are needed for the creation of an EDI file. We have some options that are not going to be discussed in this video. They're pretty self-explanatory. Remote FTP is something we don't even have to look at because we selected SOAP. We have the contact information. And that's self-explanatory. Encryption is pretty much replaced by HTTPS or FTP transport encryption folders. This is where files are sorted. All outgoing EDI files will be in this box. All processed files from Acme Insurance will have space. But here is the core. This is where we connect to the trading partner. And in this case, we use the username and password as verification. So we have a username and password. And since we are using SOAP, we don't have to put it in mine. So we have here only the SOAP address filled in. And for batches, we also have only SOAP information in there. So far, so good. Now comes our test button. And that is the main purpose of this video. Let me start it. Okay, now this screen comes up. Acme Insurance is completely set up, and I can use the test button here. Our testing interface comes up. The endpoint is on the screen below. WSDL is a web service description language. It's a document that SOAP servers should have to describe the services that they offer. It's some verification that the server offers the services that you need. So let's test the endpoint. And we found the endpoint, and it's listening for connections. We found the WSDL file, and from the WSDL file, I found all the transactions that we need. So we have here a real-time transaction. And for the batch, we have 7 different transactions that constitute the batch process. Okay, not only that, but I can also test with a dummy 270 if all my settings are good, if I have connectivity, if all my credentials work, and if the authentication works. So let's try it out. I'm sending a dummy 270 over now, and the server responds back. And just a look at the transaction that comes back. Well, I was asking for Mickey Mouse as a fictional member, and the server said we couldn't find Mickey Mouse, which is good because we only wanted to test the connectivity and the back and forth process of sending a 270 and receiving a 271 back. The same is true with our 276 process here. Again, we sent some bogus claim status requests out and got some answers. Now that we've tested the SOAP real-time process, let's see what we do for the SOAP batch process. Well, most of the testing was already done, but here we go through the individual steps of testing the methods that belong to the SOAP batch process. Okay, this is testing for SOAP. We now have a trading partner configured for the purpose of successfully exchanging EDI files using SOAP as a protocol. That is all for this tutorial. Thank you for watching.